Hey, this is David Villar from the Giants, and you're listening to Jim on Base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're here at Oracle Park with David Villar. And David, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show.
No, thanks for having me. It's good to see you as well, Ryan.
You grew up in the Atlanta, Georgia area, right? So were you a Braves fan growing up, or?
So I was born there, only lived there for about 6 months, and then moved to South Florida. So I was a Fish fan growing up my whole life.
Did you have any favorite players?
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, I think everybody can idolize Derek Jeter. I liked Alex Rodriguez for a long time, but as a Marlins fan, my favorite player was Miguel Cabrera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to meet them yet or anything by being in baseball? Or?
No, I mean, I never got to meet Jeter or A-Rod, but I did get to share the same field with Cabrera a couple weeks ago in Detroit, and that was it's kind of a surreal feeling to just watch these guys you grew up playing or watch growing up, and then you get to share the same field as them. It's just an honor to do that.
Well, I know some guys collect autographs from other players. Do you do anything like that for Miguel Cabrera? Or do you just play it cool?
No, I try to play it cool. I think that's the gig of some guys. For me, it's more of like just kind of stripping the name away from it, and then once the game is over, you can kind of reflect on like, hey, this is what you got to do. You got to play against Miguel Cabrera and all these other guys. Being able to play with Brandon Crawford all the time, it's like you kind of got to strip it away from it, be less of a fan, and just enjoy the moments you have as teammates.
Well, speaking of being a fan, I know that you're a big Harry Potter guy, right? So
yeah.
Everyone likes to ask, like, what house are you, right? So which house are you?
I've taken a couple quizzes, and I've found that I would be a Slytherin,
Okay.
Which is kind of different than what I expected. I thought I'd be a Gryffindor, but yeah, I guess for right now I have to roll with Slytherin.
Yeah. Well, have you been to London? Because I was there last year, and I went to the train station where they have the platform 9 3/4. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I haven't been to London. I've actually been talking about wanting to do a trip to London and checking that out. But we do get the fake part in Universal because I'm up in Orlando now, so I get to see Harry Potter World. But I'd love to visit the actual sites, and that just seems really, really cool for me.
Yeah. That'd be fun. So you got to get over there. And one thing I did notice in spring training is you had some really cool, I think they were Jordans. They're really colorful shoes. So are you kind of a shoe head? Because I noticed Kapler, he kind of can switch it up too with the shoes.
Yeah. You kind of got. I've always liked shoes since I was a young kid, and being around these guys, it's everybody has something different. It's something new. So it's like, all right, what can I find that someone else doesn't have? And then you kind of get bragging rights over them. So, yeah, I take a lot of pride in shoes, and I think it's a cool hobby to have.
And you're also lockered not far from Brandon Crawford, right? So do you get some input on the playlist, or what kind of music are you into?
I like pretty much everything. I mean, Crawford's got a really good mix. He can kind of go all over. He's got the oldies, he's got the country, he's got the hip-hop. But the only downside of being next to Crawford is my shoe collection will never be as good as his. I think he wears a different pair of shoes to the stadium every single day, and he's got tons and tons of cleats and everything. So, yeah, maybe being next to his locker is not the best place for me because I just get an impulsive thought of wanting to be and have all the shoes that he has.
Yeah, I even noticed he has like 3 or 4 shelves of that. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shoes, and that's just like here at the stadium. So I can only imagine what he's got at home.
Yeah. Well, last question here. You spoke about playing the White Sox recently, and I think, was that your first Grand Slam, and were you able to get it back?
Yeah, no, it was my first Grand Slam, and it was pretty special. I mean, I was able to get the ball back. My clubbies were able to get it for me, and I was able to get the lineup card and have it. What do you call that? When they put laminated, had it laminated,
okay.
And authenticated. So it's pretty cool. I've got both of those with me now, and it's it was a special feeling to be able to do that, hit a second home run, but also get a series win over the White Sox for us. It's a cool part.
And it's neat, too, that you're keeping that because I've had a lot of guys on, and one of their biggest regrets when they're retired is that they didn't collect as much stuff throughout their career. So it's cool that you might have a really impressive display room one day,
Yeah, no, I got to give a lot of credit to our clubbies. They work really hard, and for moments like that, special moments, first home run, first Grand Slam, first big league win. I've got a lot of stuff, and I give a lot of credit to them because they work really hard day in and day out, and they make some of those memories become more real for us. So it's really, really special to have some of those things.
Well, David, thanks for coming on. I got news for you, though, because you came on the show. I interviewed Blake Sable a few days ago, and he hit the game winner the next day. So I think I'm a good luck charm. So expect big things today in the lineup.
I hope so. That'd be awesome. Thanks for having me, Ryan.